Wow. Well, so Brian Ortega fought Korean Zombie. It was a very good fight. I'm gonna be completely honest. I didn't watch too much of the card. When I started watching, apparently it was the main card. I didn't even know it was the main card. I I saw that Brian Ortega and Korean Zombie was next. I'm like, what already? Jeez. But it's only been like 4 fights since already the main event. But anyways, I don't really remember too much of highlight fights. There wasn't knockout. There were some pretty good fights, but I don't remember too much from them. But I do remember that they were crazy because it was a good. I remember being good fights. I just forget who the names of the people were, and I forget who. I forget what all happened in the fights, but I do remember Caitlin Chukagian versus Jessica Andrade. Yeah, I thought that Caitlin Chukagian was winning the first round, or what I remember. That's what I remember. I think that she was winning the round, if I remember correctly. And then, last 5 seconds, she gets hit in the body with a punch, and she falls down, and the ref stops the fight with 5 seconds left. But as not even a second after he called it off, Kench kicking got right back up. So like she was getting back up, and he called it before she could get back up. But she got literally right back up. Now, I'm not saying it was a bad stoppage because it was the last 5 seconds. But it wasn't a good stoppage either. It was a decent stoppage. But, because I just think the ref could have let Caitlin Chukagian survive a little bit more. Survive 5 more seconds. But I know I would die in one punch by any of those fighters, so it doesn't really. So, I guess my opinion doesn't really even matter, really, does it? No, I guess it doesn't matter. But anyways, I just feel like the ref could have let Caitlin Chukagian survive for the last 5 seconds, because she got right back up immediately. It was an early stoppage. I mean, it was an okay stoppage, but I think it was just a little bit early. He was very quick to call it. He didn't think twice, he just called it. But he kind of jumped the gun and just called it right there. Anyways, on to the main event. Brian Ortega and Korean Zombie. Wow, what a fight. No, I 100% remember that fight. That was a good fight. So, this was pretty similar to Rodriguez versus Korean Zombie, except, they don't hate each other. Because, I forget what happened, but Brian Ortega, slapped Korean Zombie's coach. He said that the next time he would see his coach, he would slap him. And, the next time he saw him, he slapped him. And so Korean Zombie had beef with him. And so they kind of hated each other going into this fight. And it was a good fight. But that's not... Okay. I'll tell you why it was kind of like Yair Rodriguez. Went 5 rounds. Of course, the Yair fight went 4 minutes, 24 minutes and 55 seconds. So 4 went... Oh my god, I'm messing up so much, I'm sorry. 5 rounds, but 5 seconds in the 5th round, he got knocked out by Yair Rodriguez. By an elbow. And I'm pretty sure Korean Zombie was winning the Yair Rodriguez fight, or I don't know. It was back and forth, but Yair knocked him out with an elbow last 5 seconds, won, and why I say this is because Brian Ortega, I think it was in the second round, threw an elbow, caught Korean Zombie, and then knocked Korean down, and he was pretty fucking fucked up from that. Just that. He was wrecked after that punch. I mean, not a punch, elbow. But so after the fight, he said that he didn't remember the last 3 rounds of his fight. So he doesn't remember the last 15 minutes of his fight. Which means he doesn't remember anything after he got elbowed by Brian Ortega in the second round. That's how fucked up Korean Zombie was. But since it's just a Korean Zombie, it didn't knock him out. It would have knocked probably anyone else out. But since it's a Korean Zombie, he got right back up. Because it's in his name. He's a fucking zombie. He gets right back up like nothing happened. He was obviously really messed up, you could tell. And he kept fighting for the last 3 rounds. Like a beast. It was pretty obvious Brian Ortega won that. And I did think he won. 100%. I think he dominated most... Okay, I'm not saying it's full domination. So when I say dominate, I don't mean for the whole fight. Because it was back and forth for most of the fight. But I'm just saying, Brian Ortega had more pressure put on, and he was pretty much dominating Korean Zombie. And it was pretty good fight. And Brian Ortega won by going to the distance in a good fight. And now he's gonna fight. I think he's gonna fight Volkanovski next, so I can't wait. He fought like a champion in that fight. I can't wait to see him fight the real champion. Can't wait. And I think it's gonna be a good fight. Volkanovski and Brian Ortega. I mean, I hope Brian Ortega wins, but I also don't want Volkanovski to lose because he just got the title and won a rematch against Max Holloway. So I feel like he should win at least another fight with a different fighter than Max Holloway to prove that he's a good champion. But I also want Brian Ortega to be the featherweight champion because I think he'd be a good featherweight champion. So, but anyways, that's all done. Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Justin Gaethje this Saturday. Couple days. I cannot wait for this fight. This is gonna be a good fight. Pretty sure Khabib's gonna win, but who knows? Justin Gaethje likes to surprise people. He surprised people by absolutely destroying Michael Johnson in his first fight when the UFC dominated Michael Johnson. They dominated so many people. I don't know. It's gonna be a good fight. I don't know I really don't know who to call on this. I don't. You know what? I'm gonna go Justin Gaethje. I know it's being very bold of me, but I'm going Justin Gaethje. This video is about going on 9 minutes, so I'm gonna end it. Like, subscribe, calm yourself. Have a great day every day. Just be careful. Yeet.